G'day, Bush Camping Tools here. Well, without a doubt, this is definitely one of the best flashlights you can get for an emergency. Why is that? Well, first of all, this is the Wisdom Lamp 4A, and the specifications on this thing are absolutely unbelievable. You know, so I don't know where to start, but firstly I'm going to say on a full charge on this thing, it can just last and last and last, and you'll be surprised how long it can retain the charge for you. So you can leave it charged up. There's no problems with the thing coming to it and it's going to be flat at the end of the day. That's not going to happen. The second thing is, which is really important on an emergency light, is it's got to be waterproof, not just be able to be splash proof or anything like that. It's got to be rugged and waterproof so you can totally depend on it. If it gets dropped in the water, it is not going to fail you. This thing is tested down to 50 meters and they guarantee it to 20 meters. Waterproofness. Now I've had the thing down to about 15 meters and the thing hasn't leaked. I've taken it caving, done all sorts of things with it, belted it around, camping, hiking, all sorts of things, but I've used it as a primary light for caving. So, you know, I'm not going to take lights with me that I'm not going to, you know, trust my life onto, that's for sure. It's very simple to operate. There are 3 modes of brightness. You've got a 1,800 lux, 12,000 and 25,000 lux on the high beam. The other great thing about it being good for an emergency light is it's not just an emergency light. You can use this as a power bank. So you can get this adapter here, and this adapter is just a magnetic adapter, and that goes straight to USB. So you can charge your mobile phone with that. I've used it to charge my mobile phone in the field, and it can also be used to charge other peripherals too, such as cameras and that. That's not really for an emergency, but a mobile phone, provided there's a mobile network running, you can charge your phone with it, because the last thing you want is your phone to go dead. So you've got that connector on there. It can also be used with this clip mount here on the head. You can get a head mounted strap like that, and that goes on the head like that with a comfortable elastic strap to go around the head, and that's really important so you've got hands free. Don't want about 50 different modes on it. You want it so anybody can use this thing. And one of them is an SOS mode, so that's really important in an emergency. It's easy to set the SOS mode on this. It's got a power indicator for remaining charge on there, so it can show 30%, 60% and greater than 90% at a glance, so that's really easy to see too. It's easy to charge. The charging port is the same thing here, and you have an adapter with a magnetic catch that goes on there like that and just plugs into any USB. It comes with built-in Panasonic 18650 batteries in there, in this rugged housing, and you've got this really powerful beam on here when you've got it up at high beam or even low beam, and you've got amazing burn times on this. For example, on high, you've got continuous on high for 5 hours, medium you've got 13 hours, and on low power, which is really super bright, as I said, it's 1,800 lux, you've got 60 hours. So that's just amazing. From pretty much dead flat, it takes 5 hours to charge it to full charge. If you let the thing go completely flat. It's also obviously got a charging indicator, so when it's needs a charge, it will be flashing red, and when it's fully charged, it has a green LED that comes on there. It tells you when it's fully charged. So how many cycles, because the batteries can't be changed in it, they're in there, how many cycles are you going to get out of this? Well, the company says you can get around about 1,200 cycles of charging and discharging, which is pretty good, absolutely. So I just think as an emergency lighting system, this is absolutely great, this Wisdom Lamp 4. There are other models in the series, there's even ones which are, mine safety related. But, to be honest, this thing is complete, waterproof to 20 meters, you can go diving with it. Cave tested for me, and it's outdoor tested by me as well too. And I like the fact that you've got, you can charge your phone on it too, so you don't need a separate power bank. In an emergency situation, this would be great to chuck in an emergency bag because you've got a light, you've got a power bank, and it's waterproof and rugged and reliable. So there you go, Wisdom Lamp 4A, totally recommend it. Bush Camping Tools here.